Hello student, myself Kuhu Sarkar. Today I'm going to start a new series which named Nobel Prize winning writers for English literature, and if you follow this series it will be very much helpful for your UGC NET exam. So let's start, and if you did not watch my previous videos please watch it. So let's start. 2022 with Annie Ernaux. Here we see Annie Ernaux who won the Nobel Prize of 2022, the last year winner of Nobel Prize in Literature. So let's see more about Annie Ernaux. Annie Ernaux, the Nobel Prize in Literature for 2022 is awarded to the French author Annie Ernaux for the courage and clinical acuity with which she uncovers the root estrangements and collective restraints of personal memory. So most of her writings are autobiographies. In her writing, Iranak consistently and from different angles examines the life and marked by the strong disparities reading gender, language, and class. Her path authorship was long and arduous. So let's see more about Annie Iranak, that she from consistently and from different angles examines the life marked by strong disparities regarding gender, language, and class. Her famous novels are A Man's Place, A Woman's Right, Woman's Story, Years. Iranak's work is uncompromising and written in plain language and scraped clean. When she, with great courage, clinical acuity, reveals the agony of her experience of class, describing shame, humiliation, jealousy, and inability to see who you are. Has achieved something admirable and enduring. She is a French writer, a professor of a professor of literature, and Nobel laureate. Her literary work mostly autobiographical, so she wrote mostly autobiographical. Maintains close with links with sociology. Iranex was awarded the Nobel Prize of 2022 in literature for the courage and clinical acuity with which she uncovers the roots, estrangement, and collective restraint of personal memory. So let's see about her work. Her first work, which named Cleaned Out. It is an autobiography, and Irana started her literary career in 1974 with Les Amours Vives, which in English named Clean Out, an autobiographical novel. So the novel is about Clean Out tells the story of Denise Laser, a 20-year-old woman suffering the after effects of a back alley abortion. So this novel is about abortion. Alone in her college dorm room, Denise attempts to understand how her suffocating middle class upbringing has brought her to such a awful present. So she is now going to abortion. Iranax, one of the France's most important contemporary writers, daringly breaks the formal French literary tradition in this moving novel about abortion, growing up, coming to terms with one's childhood. So this novel here she broke the old tradition. So let's see her next novel. The other novel, another novel is also an autobiographical work, Les La Place, which in English, A Man's Place. an autobiographical narrative focusing on her relationship with her father and her experience growing up in a small town in France, her subsequent process of moving into adulthood away from her parents' place of origin. So, here you see that this novel is about her father and her experience of growing up. Annie Iranak's father died exactly 2 months after she passed her exam for teaching certificate. Barely educated and valued since childhood strictly for his labor, Iranak's father had grown into a hard, practical man who showed his family little affection. So, her father is a strong man, or we can say a practical man who showed little affection for her family. Narrating his slow ascent towards the material comfort, Irenaeus' cold observation in man's place reveals the same that haunted her father throughout his life. So there is a same which haunted her father throughout his life. She scrutinized the importance he attributed to manners, language that uh, came so unnaturally to him. He struggled to provide for his family with a grocery store and cave in rural France. Over the course of the book, Irenaeus grows up to become the uncompromising observer, now familiar to the world, while her father matures into old age with staid appreciation for life, and in the it is a and for a daughter cautiously and even reluctantly admires. So this novel is about her father's experience and her growing up experience. So let's see her other works. There are many works which was written in French, and these are all autobiographies. Early in her career, Irenaeus turned from focus focus on autobiography. Her works combine historic and individual experiences. She charts her parents' social progression in La Place La Honte, her teenage years in Si Quills Descent Quirin, her marriage in La Femme Gile, her passionate affair with an English Eastern European man in Passion Simple, her aversion with Levantment, Alzheimer's disease in Je ne suis pas sorti de ma nuit. This is a French name. The death of her mother in Unifem and breast cancer in Luces de la Photo. Irenaeus wrote literature which in English sharp as knife. So I here take some cover photo of her novel so that you can memorize this novel by looking at this picture. You can memorize it easily. So this is La Place by Annie Ironux, then Levantment, then Une Femme. These are beautiful covers. Then Passion Simple, then L'Occupation, then Le Femme Glee, then Position. There are many writings by her. So there are some important writings like A Woman's Story, A Man's Place, and Simple Passion were recognized as New York Times notable books. So these are her important works. Same was named a publisher weekly based book. I Remain in Darkness, also a top memoir in of 1999. The Possession was listed for top 10 book. Then see her other work. Her most important work is The Years by Annie Ironux. Ironux 2008 historical memoir Les Années in French, which in English The Years, well received by French critics and is considered by many to be her magnum opus. So it's considered as her magnum opus. In this book, Ironux writes about herself in the third person named Illy in French, C in English, for the first time providing a vivid look at French society just after Second World War. So here she used third person singular number, named herself as Illy in French and in English C. And here she described about the French society after Second World War until the 2000. It is the story of a woman and her evolving society she lived, and of the evolving society she lived. So let's see her other notable works. Her other notable works are Do What They Say or Else. So do what they say or else, a frozen woman, exteriors, I remain in darkness, things seen, happening, getting lost, look at the light, my love. So these are notable works you can remember for your exam. So that's all for today. Thank you very much. If you like my efforts, please like, share and comment. Feel free to comment below, and thank you for everything.